Welcome to the first episode of Your Health Collective. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about food. What you eat, how you eat, and why you eat. Have you ever stopped to think about the food that you do eat and how that affects your body?
Your body will give you signs and symptoms when you eat certain foods. These are your body's way of sending you messages to tell you how that food is affecting your body. The trick is, do you understand what those signs and symptoms mean for your system in particular?
As naturopaths, our food philosophy is simple. We want you to listen to your body, understand your body, and then make decisions on your personal health. I know all three of us have very different food philosophies, but we actually have the same underlying core sort of principles behind it, I guess you could say. So Diane, tell us about your food philosophy. Yours has changed recently.
Yeah, my food philosophy has changed a lot over the years. When I was younger, I was vegetarian for a long time, and I always tried to bring whole foods into my diet.
Yep.
So it was about choosing food as close to its natural state as possible.
So you've always been pretty healthy then?
Yeah, always been pretty healthy.
Yeah.
But even though I was pretty healthy, I started to see over the years that my energy level wasn't what I thought it should be, and my concentration wasn't what I thought it should be. My exercise recovery wasn't where I wanted it to be. So over time, I actually started to get meat cravings. And that was something that I never thought that I would eat meat. I never thought that would happen again.
After being a vegetarian for that long,
Yeah. So I had to listen to those cravings, and I did.
How did you listen to those cravings?
So I slowly started to bring meat back into my diet, and meat that I was craving, and I made sure it was very good quality meat. And I started to see the difference in my energy levels and in my stamina straight away. Yeah. And that was enough for me to say, this is what my body needs, and so this has become a permanent change in my diet.
That's a big step from a vegetarian to actually start introducing meat into their diet. But it's so good that you listened to your symptoms and your body, and then you actually acted upon that picture. Yeah. It wasn't someone telling you to eat meat, it was your body telling you to eat meat.
That's right.
Which is great.
And sometimes simply a craving is a sign or a symptom. So it doesn't necessarily have to be that you're feeling ill or you're feeling unwell, but a craving often does mean something.
Yes,
so
that's it. Sometimes we get those cravings confused, but we can figure out what they mean.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That does not mean because you crave sugar, eat sugar. Elise, what's your food sort of philosophy?
Yeah, so the food rules that I like to implement in my life, or my food philosophy, would be eating according to an 80-20 rule. So 80% of the time I eat for my body, to fuel my body correctly, to nourish it, to improve energy, and just food that I know makes me feel fantastic.
Yeah.
And then 20% of the time I eat for my soul. And that is really where I get to enjoy the indulgences. And it's all about balance for me. I don't enjoy any sort of extremism in anything, especially when it comes to food. And I think that for me, in order to achieve balance, that seems to work really well for me. So 80% of the time I eat, good food that fuels my body correctly, and 20% of the time I allow a little bit of an indulgence.
I think that actually does allow a lot of balance though in systems, because often you will crave what you won't let your body have, which can really pull you out of balance then as well.
We tend to focus on those things that we're not allowed to have,
and I know for me, if I restrict myself completely, all I can do is think about what it is that I'm not allowed to eat, and that's all I want to eat.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, totally agree.
And what about you, Jade? Because you're in a very different situation as well at the moment.
Yeah, so I feel like I'm in a bit of a nourishment. It's about me time, which is nice. I've just had two little beautiful boys, but they've zapped me for the last 3 years. So now it's coming back to me, which is really good. I know I'm eating for my health at the moment. There's things that definitely don't work in my diet, so I know that I avoid them. Sugar is not my friend. So I know that for me to keep sane, for me to be the sort of really energetic mum that I want to be, I have to keep that in check as well. So I think food for me is listening to where I am now. It was quite different to where I was 12 months ago, but now moving through it, listening where I am and keep on moving.
And I think an important point there too is that you always have to be adaptable, isn't it? Because even whatever your diet might be, the way you eat during summer is going to be very different to the way you need to eat during winter. 100%. So we always need to be adaptable and not stick to those rigid rules.
Yep.
I think that the underlying message is really that there is no one-size-fits-all way of eating that suits everybody. I think it's really important to realise that your body does give you these signs and signals, which are messages that you need to listen to. And knowing your body, listening to your body and understanding your body will ensure that you are eating correctly, that serves you. Jump onto our website. We have a free download with some more information on what we've covered today, and join our Facebook group because we'd love to hear from you and keep the conversation going. We look forward to seeing you next time.